Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. Voice is getting better. Friday it was pretty bad, so I did skip S.A.B.E.R, just was feeling pretty sick, but we are back at it here, and we've got Iron Banner week coming up for you guys. So let's jump right into the weekly activities and take a look at what we've got. So first we come to the Nightfall strike, and it is the Fallen S.A.B.E.R strike. Now the modifiers on this one are going to make this one pretty difficult for a solo player just because you don't have a boosted damage that you get really in your favor of any kind. Even a burn is helpful on this one just because then you can at least do some type of quick damage to the enemies. Right now you just got to do normal damage and take the enemies out. So we will see how it goes. We've got Brawler, Grounded, Chaff, and Fresh Troops. So Brawler is extra melee damage, which is a good thing. But you've got Grounded, so you can't jump up in the air, otherwise you'll be taking extra damage. Chaff, player radar is disabled, which can be a bit dicey for Taken, who tend to teleport around, and you're going to probably have some Taken because you've got Fresh Troops. So it's going to be an interesting one. The video may be a little slower. I will get it up when I can, if possible. We'll just see how this thing goes, so wish me luck. Next, we come to the Siva Crisis Heroic Strikes. We've got a decent normal set of modifiers here. We've got Void Burn. Of course, you guys know, 2 times Void Burn damage, pretty much across the board. Brawler, of course, he'll be hitting harder, which is a good thing for you. And then Ironclad, more enemies will have shields, which, while not being the most fun thing in the world, is probably not nearly as bad as I still feel like the Fallen S.A.B.E.R is going to be. So, more enemies with shields, at least your Void Burn will still be able to knock through most of those fairly quickly, so bring all your Void stuff, you should have some fun. The Daily Heroic Story Mission is the Last Array. Track down codes to raise an ancient array and connect it to long-lost colonies throughout the solar system. So, always a cool mission. I do like this one just because of nothing else. The big giant set piece in the background is pretty cool looking in the end. So, jump in here, knock this one out. It's from Vanilla Destiny, 15 legendary marks for one of the first cool missions in the game. So, give it a shot if you've never played this one for some reason. Just go through it. As for Miss Tyra Karn, her artifacts this week have some pretty bad stat rolls, but if for some reason you still need an artifact, here is what you're going to get. First, you've got the Memory of Scory with a full discipline roll of a whopping 60, and when your super is full, nearby allies' supers recharge faster. A couple weeks ago, there was probably the best score you're going to get with like 100% or more stat rolls. But again, this one is one of the more helpful ones. If your allies are nearby, their supers recharge literally twice as fast. So it's good for trials, good for raids. Definitely still a good one to have, even if this one doesn't have the best stat roll. Then we've got the Memory of Radagast. This is a 70 strength roll. A little better, but still not great. Gain the ability to reflect energy-based projectiles when guarding with your sword. Increases sword ammo capacity. Mostly fun to goof around in PvP, knock somebody's super back at somebody, but not really one that you're going to be able to use too much many other places. So you could goof around with it and have a little fun, but honestly I think this one is going to be best used just to have some fun with. And then finally we've got the Memory of Gellion, a intellect and strength roll here, which is not great really ever, but still also not the greatest roll in the world. Grants a detailed radar. Radar persists when sighting with primary weapons. Pretty straightforward. You've got the detailed radar like the hunters do, and also your radar persists like you're using meta multi-tool on all primary weapons. So not a bad one to roll with if you want this one for just general tracking of enemies or PvP. And then also your primary weapon having your radar up all the time has its benefits too. So not a bad artifact, just the stat rolls on these this week are really not that great. For the Iron Lord bounties this week, we've got a pretty couple straightforward ones. We've got Shock It To Me, use arc damage to kill Fallen, always a good one. Then you've got Pull the Plug, kill Fallen Majors and Ultras, so definitely jump into Archon's Forge. There's usually a nice collection of Fallen in there that are going to be Majors for sure. Then you've got Archon's Forge Dregs and Archon's Forge Vandals, so 4 victories against each one. Jump into the Archon's Forge, you'll work on 3 out of your 4 bounties in the same place. Finish out getting some 400 drops if you need some marks or a ghost or anything like that. Always a good place to knock these last couple out. And if you still don't have Thorn, this of course continues the place to get it. As for Commander Zavala's weekly elite bounties, we've got the usual 2 and then we've got 1 more. Strike Elite, Gold Tier, Silver Tier, or Bronze achieved on strikes. Just run some strikes and you'll be able to get medals of some kind, as long as you knock those strikes out. Secondly, we've got the Sunrise Bounty, earned Gold Tier achieved medal in half an hour before the time expires on the Nightfall. So this is going to be probably a good week to try and get some people in for help on this one, just because doing this one by yourself without the burn is just going to be a little slower than normal. So for the boss, something like Icebreaker, so you can continue to get some decent damage on the boss, will be a good thing. And And then in general, just for the speed, a group may be more helpful. So we'll see how this one goes. Again, the Nightfall could be rough. Just prepping you guys. It's not going to be an easy solo. And then finally, we've got Merciless. Get 9 rapid enemy kills to earn Rampage medals. Get your share of those and you'll be good to go. Next, we come to the daily Crucible mode, and it's going to be Clash. Good old 6v6 team deathmatch. Jump in here, get your 15 Legend of the marks. Try and get those maxed out before Iron Banner gets rolling this week. You'll need all the marks you can get if we've got some good rolls on the gear. Then we've got our weekly PvP modes. We've got Freelance 6v6, Solo Rift, a mix of Clash Control and Rift for 6v6 multiplayer. So always good to have some Freelance in there if you want to play in those big group matches, but you don't have that big group to play this, and sometimes you can tell when that other team's working together, they're kind of working you. So that solo queue, a little better to level the playing field. Then we've got Mayhem Rumble, free-for-all, just total craziness, everything amped up to 11. So a good time across the board. In case you need to knock out some bounties, you can always do that for abilities and things like that in here. Finally, you guys know we are going to have Iron Banner. It is going to be Supremacy. You're going to have your chances getting the sniper rifle, the hand cannon, and then helms and boots. Finally, boots for me. I've been waiting on those forever. So I'll be doing some Iron Banner, maybe intermixed it here and there just to try and get some boots for my characters. Other than that, you guys know it's going to be Iron Banner Supremacy. I'll get the inventory video up as soon as I can for you as well. To no one's surprise, when it is going to be Iron Banner, Shaxx's bounty is likely to be the same thing, and that is confirmed. It's going to be a hunt for glory here. Exercise your skills in the Supremacy match type. 7 match completions, 50 primary kills, 30 kill credits, and 20 crest denied. So pick this one up before you jump in Iron Banner, and you'll get an extra drop by the time you knock this bounty out as well. So not too shabby. And you guys know the raid challenge is still going to be out there. We're working on the Aksis challenge this week. This is the one where you need to empower, basically supercharge your team each time before Aksis goes through. So be it 6 or 9, depending on how quickly you can kill him. Every time he's about to move, when he does, one person needs to empower the team with that slam on the platform, and then you need to slam on the back of Aksis. So it's a communication thing and timing, but I think enough people have done it. Should be pretty reasonable at this point. But that pretty much wraps it up for the weekly reset, guys. Again, I will try the Nightfall and see how it goes, but without any type of damage boost, again, this is somewhat hard just to get the guys killed quick enough to be able to manage them. We will see how it goes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Drop that like below if you did. If you have any questions or comments, always drop those below as well. I will get to those as quickly as I can. And other than that, guys, it's going to be a crazy week. We've got Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll get that one later today. I'm going to be trying. 3 days later, we've got Zelda. Still working on Neo. Lots of stuff to play, and it's just a great time to be a gamer right now. Just not enough time to play them all. So working through all of them as quick as I can, or just having some fun with each of them. But I hope you guys have a good week. Iron Banner, Supremacy. Always still get the good stuff in there. The sniper rifle, hand cannon, helms, and boots. Always good stuff for leveling up your character in case you're missing something in there. So have fun this week, guys. Enjoy, and I will talk to you soon. Peace out. Have a great week.